Let's talk about American Heritage credit card, and I want to talk to you about approval hacks. One thing I need to say here is that American Heritage is an open credit union, so you don't have to have any sort of biological affiliation or geographical affiliation or professional affiliation to qualify. Anybody in this country can qualify for an American Heritage credit card and also membership. So American Heritage is a credit union, so you need to be a member first before qualifying for a loan, credit card, or any other products. So let me talk to you about the steps that you need to take right now if you want to get an American Heritage credit card. The first thing is you need to open an account. Okay, so if you're interested in becoming a member of American Heritage, you have several options. But one thing I want to say here is that if you are, let's say, if you live around Philly, the city of Philadelphia, or anywhere around that area, you might qualify. However, you don't have to qualify based on the geography. No, you can qualify by becoming a member of the Kids and Hope Foundation. So once you have that, you're good to go. Okay, and basically, so again, the organization is called Kids and Hope Foundation. And what will happen here is that you just need to donate maybe $5 or whatever, and then you become a member of that foundation, and automatically you become also a member of American Heritage. Otherwise, if you want to go the regular way, you have to be employed by one of American Heritage's sponsor companies. So there is actually on the website, on the companies, on the credit union's website, a long list of companies that are sponsoring this credit union. Or if you are an immediate relative, live, work, worship, or attend school in one of American Heritage's designated service areas, we're speaking about the city of Philadelphia, as well as specific portions of the following communities: Ambler, Bensalem, Bridgeport, Bristol, Bridgeton, Butler, Cheltenham, Conshohocken, I'm sorry about the pronunciation, Fort Washington, Norristown, Pendle, Southampton, Tullytown, Villanova, or Westminster Heights. So again, this is kind of cool. And if you are an immediate family member of an American Heritage employee, current member, or an eligible member, you are also good. So bottom line is what? Bottom line is you can qualify. You can become actually a member. If you don't have this biological thing, you can actually qualify to become an American Heritage member simply by donating to the charity I spoke to you about. It's called Kids and Hope Foundation. Now let's talk about the credit cards here, because this is why we're here, right? So when we talk about American Heritage credit cards, you have 4 different credit cards that you want to pay attention to. But before I talked about that, it's really important to understand that with American Heritage, you have cards with great rewards, low rates, and a heart. This is kind of cool. We love that a lot, and so this is really important. So the first thing is you can earn up to 3% cash back on all your purchases. And so this is actually through the card called the Cash Rewards MasterCard. So this is the first card you want to pay attention to if you're interested in getting an American Heritage credit card. And the cool thing about this card is that they can actually approve you all the way to $30,000. And the APR here is, the APR is kind of decent. You're looking at up to 15%. And to qualify, your FICO score must be 600 and your income must be $18,000. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So this card is called, once again, it's called the Cash Rewards MasterCard. It's a card that allows you to have a 3% cashback on essentials such as gas, groceries, pharmacies, home improvements. You have 2% cashback on travel and dining, hotels, airfare, rides, ride shares, restaurants, and you have 1% on everything else. You also have a $150 bonus rewards when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. And the card has no annual fees, and cashback can be redeemed into deposit accounts to pay down balances or donated to Kids and Hope Foundation via online and mobile teller. There are no balance transfer fees, and this is kind of cool, okay? And so this is really good. This is for the Cash Rewards MasterCard. What I want to say here is that when we talk about today's topic, we're having a conversation about American Heritage credit cards and how do you actually get approved ASAP. And I just acquainted you with the first card. The second card is the Platinum Preferred MasterCard. And this is a card that gives you an introductory 0% APR on purchases and balance transfers for the first 9 months, and then it becomes 9% afterwards. And you can earn a bonus of 15,000 scorecard rewards points when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. This is really good. No balance transfer fees, no annual fees, scorecard rewards, and you can earn 1 scorecard reward point for every dollar spent with a low rate platinum preferred MasterCard. So this is really good. So the thing is, when you think about American Heritage credit cards, there are 4 cards, right? The first one is the Cash Rewards MasterCard. Second one is the Platinum Preferred MasterCard. The third card I want to acquaint you with is called the Platinum Classic MasterCard. Now, this card is kind of cool because it's for everyday spending. So we have a low 12.90% APR, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee. You have a credit limit starting at $300 that can go all the way to $15,000. You have scorecard rewards, and you can earn 1 scorecard reward point for every dollar spent with a low rate platinum classic MasterCard. And this is kind of cool. And what we love here is that we also love for each American Heritage credit card, you have the penny a purchase program, whereby for every purchase you make using any of American Heritage credit cards, you actually the credit union will donate 1 cent to the Kids and Hope Foundation. This is really cool. One thing I need to say here is that the APR, the eligibility requirements for all the 3 cards are 600 FICO score, minimum income $18,000 gross income, that's annual, and you need to have a DTI and CUR of 40% or less. The 4th card you might want to consider if you are interested in American Heritage card, that this is not you don't have to apply for it. It's actually a platinum secured MasterCard. That's a card that allows you to build credit, so you can deposit funds in the amount of your chosen credit limits from $300 to $25,000, and you can enjoy the convenience of a credit card and build a positive credit history. So there is a low annual fee of $35, and the APR is 15.90%. So again, this is kind of fine, but every American Heritage sort of credit cards is actually underwritten through the MasterCard network, and so MasterCard network has a lot of benefits. You have $1 million travel accident insurance. You have MasterCard concierge service, which includes 15% savings on airport meet and greet services at more than 700 worldwide locations. You have extended warranties, price protection. You have MasterCard identity theft resolution services, MasterCard lost and stolen card reporting, emergency card replacement, emergency cash advance, and MasterCard zero liability policy. So this is really, really good. One thing I want to say here is that if you are a new member, the first thing you want to do here is you want to find the card that perfectly fits your lifestyle and then apply for an American Heritage credit card right away, okay? And again, you don't have to live in the geography that I mentioned earlier. Everybody can apply. So I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is how things look like. So basically, you have like 3 steps, very, very simple steps. First of all, they will American Heritage will ask for your first name, last name. I want you to look on the screen so you can follow with me. You have the email, you have to put your email, and then you have to put your phone number. And the good thing is, even if you're not a member, you can still qualify for a card. Now, once you are approved for a card, you would need to actually join the credit union, but you don't have to join before applying for the card, okay? And so this is kind of cool because some people might say, you know what, I'm just trying and to see if I'll get it. So you put, and then you click next. As you can see here now, American Heritage is actually is asking you to choose the card that you want. So these are the 4 cards that I just mentioned to you during my earlier conversation. So you have the Cash Rewards MasterCard, the Platinum Preferred MasterCard, the Platinum Classic MasterCard, and the Platinum Secured MasterCard. So just choose one and just click next. And here they want you to tell them about yourself. So you put first name, last name, you put your social security number, you put your date of birth. I want you to look right now on the screen so we are on the same page. So you put your social security number, you put your date of birth, you put your citizenship status. This is really straightforward, nothing complicated here. And again, so you can see on the screen here, anything you want to plug in, please feel free to. I mean, for the purposes of this video, I'm just using fictitious data, and I'm just filling in the things, the sections that I need to fill in. And then you have the contact information. I want you to look right now on the next screenshot. So here you have your email, you put your home phone number, you put your address, your street address, your zip, your city, and your state. Okay, and then you have to put, I want you to look right now on the screen, your occupancy status. So either you own or rent or own free and clear, if you have a mortgage, all that kind of stuff, occupancy duration. You put also your income information, if you're employed or if you're employed, what's your title, all this type of thing. I want you to look right now on the screen here. And so you have to, if you want to enter any other information, you enter it, then click continue. And here you have the third step. So you have a recap of whatever you have inputted so far. And so here we have another, so here, just fill everything. If you're comfortable with everything, if you're happy, just click I agree, or you can go back too. And if you click agree, the system will process your info. It'll take 1 or 2 minutes. And then you can see on the screen here that they say thank you. So one thing I want to say here is that basically, if you get approved, you'll get a decision right away. But sometimes if they have questions, they will actually dig a little deeper before getting back to you. So to actually get a credit card from American Heritage real fast, in our view, what really works is that you just want to make sure that you are around 600 or above it. It's because American Heritage is very, I would say, granular when it comes to your credit score. They pay attention to those things a lot. They pay attention also to your check systems. So if you have had problems with other institutions in the past, they will decline you. Okay, and so you want to check your credit score first to make sure you are at 600 or above. And one thing I want to say here is that, talking about today's topic, we're still having a conversation about American Heritage credit cards approval process. And so after checking your credit score, make sure you choose the card that you really need. Are you looking for, let's say, are you looking for a rewards credit card? Are you looking for a balance transfer credit card? Are you looking for a 0% interest rate credit card? Are you looking for a business rewards card for everyday spending? Are you looking for a starter card? Are you looking for a secure credit card? So it really depends on what you're looking for, okay? But you have to really pay attention to what American Heritage offers and what you can actually get out of it. Because again, the credit union only has 4 credit cards, so you have to choose what you are after. Cash rewards, platinum preferred, platinum classic, and platinum secured. So be careful there and what you want. And you want to compare credit card offers to make sure that whatever you're getting is exactly what you're looking for. And you want to look at things like APR, membership fees, eligibility, rewards, and benefits. What I want you to do also is to read the fine print. So once you actually went through everything, and American Heritage is, one thing I need to tell you is that they don't have a pre-qualification process on American Heritage websites. Okay, so it's straightforward. You get your, you saw it. Like when I went through the process, they just asked me some information, and once you submit, you get in a hard pull. Okay, there's no soft pull. There's no way to actually think about it, whatever. No, they will do a hard pull right away. So read the fine print. So once you are approved, read the fine prints to make sure you clearly understand what kind of language, what kind of legal lingo they have, and that if you don't understand, you just pick up the phone and call American Heritage. They will explain to you. They have to explain to you by law. They have to explain to you what the words, what those things mean. Though, if you have anybody in your entourage who understand legality or legalese, ask them to explain this to you so that you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into. And then please make sure that you apply for one credit card at a time. For example, when you are applying for an American Heritage credit card, do not apply for another credit card. Just wait 1 or 2 or 3 days before you apply. That way, you're not going to look suspicious or desperate, because if you have great credit, chances are you already have a couple of solid credit cards in your wallet. So you don't really need to be desperate or to appear desperate for a new credit card by applying all the time. So the thing is, with the American Heritage, you cannot actually get pre-approval. So this is out of the question, out of the equation here. And you want to actually check your credit score. And one thing I want to say here is that if you are, let's say, if American Heritage denies your application, there are other options. For example, you can actually apply with a co-applicant. You can apply for a secure credit card. So instead of going for the Cash Rewards MasterCard, the Platinum Preferred MasterCard, the Platinum Classic MasterCard, just go for the Platinum Secured MasterCard. This is kind of fine too. I mean, that way you have a clear idea of what you're gonna get, because your deposit is actually the amount of credit limit you will get. So you don't have to actually go through the stress of trying to qualify for a credit card. Let me quickly talk to you about, like, in the bonus category. I want to explain to you how to get an American Heritage credit card with no credit history. I mean, it can be very convoluted or complex to get a credit card if you have no credit history. But the good thing is that when you go to a credit union such as American Heritage, you have the ability to qualify. Why? Because you can qualify at the very least for a secured credit card. Yeah. Secure credit card, that then, because the lender is not really checking your credit history to qualify you. The lender is paying attention to your deposit and using that deposit to sort of lend you the funds you need for your credit card. So this is kind of cool because it is a win-win, but in actuality, in practice, things are a little different. So one thing I want to say here is that sometimes it's just better to go to try new things. So maybe if you are trying to get a credit card with no credit history and you're not getting it through American Heritage, go with other credit unions. Try at NavyFed, try at PenFed, try at Connexus. That way you have a clear idea whether you can qualify or not. Okay, and so if you try this and you don't qualify, you still don't qualify, maybe now you start seeking external help. But it's important to understand that you can get a credit card with no credit history, not a problem at all. You can get an American Heritage credit card. And similarly, you can get an American Heritage credit card with bad credit. Yeah. I mean, the minimum for credit cards and American credit is 600, 650. It really depends on the state that we're speaking about. But if you have, let's say, 590 or 550 or 530 or 2 or 300, you can still qualify. It's all about what? It's all about looking for a secure credit card first. Or it's also about beefing up your relationship with American Heritage on the personal side. So we're speaking here about on the personal and on the business side. So basically, if you have a bad credit, you can have the option of just focusing on revamping your financial situation. And once you're good financially speaking, you can afford anything that can happen to you. So the bottom line is what? You want to beef up your financial position before you apply for American Heritage credit card, especially if you have bad credit. If you have anywhere below a 579 in terms of FICO, then you have a situation here. And you have to take time to actually do everything step by step to make sure you are actually ready by the time by the time you're trying to get the credit card, right? So bottom line here is that whether you have bad credit or no credit, you can still qualify. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about American Heritage credit card. I'm speaking about approval and eligibility requirements. So I just spoke to you about what happened. It's really important to understand what happened during today's conversation. I want to quickly recap it. So we have number 1, steps. Number two, we have the pro tips. Number 3, we have the bonus. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.